Hello. I was invited a couple of weeks ago as a guest speaker to talk about empowering women by the Club of Professional Women in Wellington. I was living in that little town, Wellington, Texas, for like 2 years and something. And I moved away last January, 2 weeks before I supposed to be get there. And then the snow came and everything was canceled. But I wanted to honor that invitation. And I thought that this is a good way to say thank you to the angels I met there. Because friends is a label that is kind of small for the kind of things that I had experienced. And I'm not speaking from the perspective of being a protagonist of the story, but how a community can rise to help someone. There is a saying that says that life is like a wheel. Sometimes we are above, sometimes we are below. Last year in September, I think I went through maybe one of the worst experience in my life. I thought that there are two ways of empowering people. One is through tests and difficulties. When you go through such a hard time that you think there is no way lower than where you are that you can get. And then the only thing that you have to do is just push hard and go up. The other way of empowering people or someone is by the action of the community. And I will call them angels because I cannot call them friends. Some of them I never met in person, some of them I never met in those 2 years that I was there until I went through this situation. I will share with you a story and how miracles can happen. In that moment when I was in the very worst stage of my life, meaning I was going through such a hard time and I lost hope in everything. I tried to make it day by day. And these people were just so amazing. I had people coming to me offering, like food with their food stamps. I mean, they are going through such a hard time already in their life, but they are taking away from what they have to give it to you. That is so empowering. I'm not even mentioning all the people that call me to see every day how I was feeling, if I was doing well. The people who got the veggies I have to sell or eggs or making pesto. And you know who you are. You know who you are there in Wellington and also in Amarillo that helped me pay the gas, help me buy milk or put food in the table in a moment that really I was not having any income or a meaningful income. When I had to move away, sell the house and the apartment that I was moving to Amarillo asked me to pay like 7 months in advance for the rent. Of course, since I didn't have enough income or I didn't have a stable job, I didn't have enough proof to show them that I could afford. And in that process, I was selling the house. I had to leave the house. So I only had like $1,000 in my bank account. I called the bank and I asked if I can make a loan, knowing that I wouldn't even qualify for a loan. The lady who answered the phone at the bank told me, well, yeah, you need to come here, apply for a loan, and then we will see. So I went to the bank, and when I entered, I asked the front desk if she can give me the papers, the forms to fill out. When I turned around, there was a lady in her office calling me. So I walked into her office, and I never saw this lady before. And she said, I was looking at your situation, and I think you don't need to make a loan. You write your check and I will back you up. And I was like, what? Is that even possible? And she said, yes. You don't worry. And she gave me her business card. And she was, I didn't know until that moment that she was the senior VP or vice president of the bank. And then when I was leaving, she said, thank you for doing business with us. I felt so insignificant. How a person with $1,000 in the bank can be a business for them. And that talks loud of the values and principles of that bank, of that institution, but also talks loud about that woman who helped me, I would say without even knowing me. I can, spend hours telling you miracles and stories of people who arise that I never met. A police officer with his pregnant wife waiting to help me to carry my things but moving away. Those things empower us. Those little details or big details are telling out loud, don't give up. Just keep moving. And in the way God is sending you angels. I have people there offering I have $100. Do you need this to buy some food or some groceries or whatever? People that I will never think. And they know who they are. And I want to close sharing a quote that is from Baha'i and says, so powerful is the light of unity that can illumine the whole humanity. And when we are as a community rising to empower other people who are going through who knows what, we are creating community. And when we empower women, we are creating a space for them to arise. We need to educate our people, or women, because they are the first educators, so they can raise children that have values, that care about other people, that won't hurt other people. We need to educate men so they know also how to respond. And I'm not saying this doesn't include empowering men, because within that group of people who help me, I have men who came, one of them, and you know who you are, gave me a silver coin, and he said, for your good luck, for your new life. And there were people that I never met that came to me to say, I'm here to help. So thank you. Thank you to those angels who were there. And thank you for helping me not to give up, to believe in myself. And even as in the Bible says, by their fruits ye will know them, by their actions. See you next time.